What's going on, guys? Flickify here, and today we're up to episode 7 of my third season of career mode with York City. And in today's episode, we're going to be continuing with some league games, and I actually have a couple of topics of discussion that I can talk about with you guys, so be sure to stay tuned to that. But anyways, we're going to be going right into the first match against Millwall. And against Millwall, I was expecting to get a win out of these guys. They're not sitting too well in the league, but they do have a good team, so it will be a tough match for us. And you can check out our starting 11 right there, and immediately afterwards, we're going to be showing the league table. Right now, we're actually sitting at 6th place in the league, so we've been moving up lately, which is good to see. Hopefully, we can stick around that position. But Ice Check's going to start things off for us, doing a little bit of a fake shot and sending the ball in for a shot, but that one is saved from their keeper. But we managed to win a header, and that one unfortunately hits the post and goes back into play. So game is still at 1-0 despite those opportunities early on, but we continue with the opportunities here, going for another header goal, but that one is saved by their keeper, and a little bit of chaos there in the box, but Millwall manages to clear that one out, keep the game at 0-0 still, but we were just continuing with the bombarding on Millwall. That time it's going to be De Silva getting a shot, but that is again saved from their keeper, and they were just saving everything. And yet again, De Silva's going to have a go on goal, but that one's just wide. And you guys can count how many shots I have in this game. And we go into halftime with a 0-0 draw, so we definitely had the opportunities. Millwall had, I don't think they had a single shot on goal in the first half, but we still managed to stay at 0-0, so we didn't have much to show for it. And De Silva again, he's going to hit the crossbar this time on the header from the corner kick. It's going to fall to Herrera Perez, who's going to try to find the man in the center. It's going to be Jensen. Jensen's going to have a go. And we hit the post. And I did not know what was going on this game. It was just probably one of the most ridiculous games I've had, and it was starting to get a little frustrating, to be honest. And that's actually what I want to talk about with you guys. It seems that in FIFA 13, more so than past FIFAs, things like this happen quite a bit, actually. Like, I could have, you'll see how many shots on goal I have by the end of the game, but I'll spoil a little bit for you guys. I have about 14 shots on goal. Millwall had 1 shot on goal the entire game, and we managed to get a 0-0 draw. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you have that many more shots on goal, you should be able to get a goal out of it. And here you can actually see the possession stats, the shot stats, and we dominated that game, and I just don't understand how we got a draw out of it. But, you know, I'm not one to complain too much, and I'm just going to be continuing on with the episode. So we were hoping to maybe pull things back a little bit after that frustrating game against Millwall, and we go into the match against Middlesbrough, and this one will be an away match at Middlesbrough. So we'll be checking out the league table here after conceding that draw. We're sitting at 8th place, so we did move down a little bit, but that's not too big of a deal since we're just so early in the season. But Jensen trying to start things off well for us here. He's going to do a big touch, but that one is saved from their keeper, and their defense manages to clear that one out. And that was really only major chance in the first half. We go into halftime, tied up 0-0, so not very as entertaining maybe as the Millwall game after we just continued to have chance in that first half. But I decided to make some substitutions here since those 2 matches were just so close together, so we were a little bit low on fitness. But here's going to be Emnes from Middlesbrough doing a really calm finish, getting by our keeper, Daryl Byrne, and they get the 1-0 lead there in the 52nd minute. But we were looking to get a goal back after Emnes is done with his celebration here. We were looking to strike right back, trying to get a goal back and maybe pulling another draw or even a win out of this game since it was a little bit early in the second half, so we definitely had the opportunities. But here's Sorrentino sending a cross into Jensen, and this is probably one of the worst. Well, I wouldn't call it a worst header. It was a weird header. It was like a little bit of a P-roller going in, but it was actually a really nice job by Jensen to get that header off because he had to like kind of turn his body away. But here in the 90th minute, we actually get an opportunity, the last opportunity in the match. It's going to be Reece Kelly who does a fake shot to give himself a shot on goal, but unfortunately that one will be wide of the goal, and we end with a 1-1 draw. So not too bad. That was a more even match for sure, and I expected to get a draw out of that one, so I wasn't too disappointed with that game. And you can see there Jensen actually gets an 8.2 match rating, deserved because he got the only goal for us, and it was a nice header. And we're going to continue on with a little bit of simulation here. And right here, I'm actually going to be showing you guys a squad report. And that's another question I want to ask you guys. What I'm thinking is that maybe I can show this maybe every month in-game. So at the end of this month, I'll show another squad report. And if you guys like that idea, be sure to let me know in the comments section. And I'll continue to do that from now on. Because that way you guys can see kind of how the players have grown. And I don't know if you guys managed to see Dos Santos. I talked about that last episode, how much he's grown. You can get an idea of how much he's grown there. And Belanta as well, he's actually grown up, gotten 4 attributes higher. And you can also check out the league table here. You can see Millwall is actually sitting 21st in the league, and we're up there, so that's good to see. But we actually get a scouting report right here from, I think this is our players from the Ivory Coast. And we only managed to sign one of them because I kind of did a little bit of a fail with the budget allocation and I wasn't able to sign the other one that I want to. But we still get one prospect, so hopefully he can turn out to be something pretty nice for the squad. And we go into the next match against Blackpool, who are definitely a tough squad. Their front three is pretty difficult with the I think it's Phillips and Ince on the wings, and it is and Eccleston in the center. They're all pretty pacey, so they were tough to play against. But they haven't been too great on form. They've gotten 3 straight losses, so I was hoping to do well against these guys. And we're still sitting at 8th place in the league after getting 2 straight draws. So that's pretty nice. That shows that we don't have too much competition, maybe not as much as we did last season. But Jensen playing a really smart pass in there to De Silva, and we pounced to get the early 1-0 lead in the 20th minute. So a nice start for us. And a little bit of a sweaty goal, but, you know, I'm going to be taking those goals. I don't really care if I score too many sweaty goals. Obviously, if I did it every episode for all my goals, that wouldn't be very entertaining for you guys, but every now and then I do decide to do that. But we go into halftime, luckily, with the 1-0 lead, so it was maybe a good thing I decided to go with the smart pass. And after halftime, we make just one substitution, bringing in Video in for Isacek. And that's actually the end of the match, guys. There's really no major highlights after that, and we pull off the 1-0 result. So we finally get a win there. Not the most entertaining match highlight-wise, but I hope you guys did enjoy that match and the episode in general. And if you guys did, the best way to show that is by dropping a like or leaving a comment. And anyways, this has been Flickify, and I hope to be talking to you guys again soon. If you want to help support my channel, be sure to leave a like rating on this video and subscribe to see future content. Also, you can click on the video on your left to be taken to the previous episode of my career mode, and click on the video on your right to be taken to another separate video.